What's going on, everyone? I hope you enjoy the holidays and have a great New Year's. Today, we're going to be talking about the most anticipated games coming out in 2021, Part 1. Now look, there are a ton of games listed to drop next year, a lot of really dope games too. 2021 is looking like a good year for gaming. Like the title alludes to, I'm not covering every game release in this video because there are just so many games and some games' release dates are to be determined. Let me know what games you're excited for in 2021 if they didn't make it onto this list. I can stick them in the part 2 for this video. So the criteria for a game making it onto this list is as follows. 1, the game already has hype generated around it. 2, I'm just hyped to play the game. Basically, any game that seems to have some hype or I want to shed some light onto the game because I think it looks cool and it sounds cool. So if a game didn't make it onto this list that you're hyped for, let us know about the game in the comments down below. I'll add any of those missing games onto the part 2 of the games coming out in 2021. Now, before we jump into the rest of this video, I want to give a quick shout out to this video sponsor, me. I stream over on Twitch at least 3 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, although I typically do stream a little more than that, providing my schedule allows it. We do cooking streams, gaming streams, and general IRL streams. Pull through and say hi. Oh, and also don't forget to leave a like on this video and subscribe. Okay, now let's jump into it. Hitman 3. It's dropping January 20th, and dude, I am stoked to check this game out. When I was Parky Jr., I played Hitman 1, 2, and also Hitman Blood Money, which is actually the third Hitman. I think there's like 4 or 5 Hitman games. So what we know about the game so far is, yeah, it's coming out January 20th. The game is going to be in VR, which I'm very excited for that. I love VR gaming. Also, it's the dramatic conclusion to the World of Assassination trilogy, which, based off from research I did, this Hitman 3 is tied directly into Hitman 1 and 2 and not the other ones. So this is called the World of Assassination trilogy. And the cool thing about that, I guess, is your progress from Hitman 2 will carry over to Hitman 3. You can also play the levels from Hitman 1 and 2, but you can play them in Hitman 3. So I would imagine they're gonna like update the graphics and all that. Also, they mentioned stuff like something involving a skill tree, and they just talk about new ways you can assassinate people and just all the cool stuff you can do. This definitely seems like the biggest Hitman game yet, and I'm very excited to play this. This next game gives me Silent Hill vibes. This game is called The Medium. And boy, am I a fan of survival horror. So expect me to stream this game over on Twitch, link is gonna be down below. So this game is coming out January 28th, and it's using the system they call dual reality, which the game runs 2 different realities at the same time while you play through the entire game. One reality looks like the normal world. It seems like she's exploring some abandoned like hotel, or maybe it's like an abandoned mansion. I'm not really sure. And the second reality is what I'm gonna call the Silent Hill world. Everything is dark, gross. Some of the walls are stitched together with flesh, and there's some monster creature trying to get you. So the gist of what I'm understanding from the story is you play as a medium and you're trying to get some information about some child killer. So some random guy calls you, says he has information over the child killer. So I guess you meet up with him at this abandoned place where the medium's abilities see what this place is truly like. The developers are the same team behind games like The Observer, Blair Witch, Layers of Fear, so I know they have a decent track record of making horror games. The game is coming out on Xbox and PC. I believe it's coming out on Xbox Game Pass as well. So if you're curious about trying the game out, maybe just buy 1 month of the Game Pass and then bam, play the game right there. It's definitely safe for you to assume I am going to be streaming this on Twitch, and I'll probably create a new video after I put a few hours into the game, just giving my overall thoughts. Maybe I'll do a review or just an impressions video over it, but I'm pretty happy with how the game's shaping up to be, and especially with the company it's coming from. Next game on our list is Werewolf, The Apocalypse Earthblood, which is going to launch February 4th. This game makes me think of Cyberpunk 2077, and the reason why I say that is both are based off tabletop RPGs, and the combat looks mediocre just like Cyberpunk's. So in this game, you shapeshift in between a human, a wolf, or you can even go full werewolf, which really piques my curiosity. I think werewolves are dope, and we just don't see enough werewolf games. Even if the combat is nothing special, a good story and strong characters will really help this game out, just like Cyberpunk. Beyond that, not a whole lot of the game is known, which tells me one of two things. One, this game is complete garbage and the developers are ashamed of it and they want to keep it a secret. Or two, it's going to be a hidden gem. Either way, I'm still going to kind of keep an eye on the game. If it's good, then I'll actually take the time to cover it and I'll probably do some more videos over it. But if it's garbage, then I might make a video saying it's garbage. We'll see. The next game I have been really looking forward to playing and others are stoked for is Deathloop, coming May 21st from Bethesda and Arcane Studios, which, by the way, the game has a time to launch exclusive for consoles to the PlayStation, but it is also coming on PC and that's what I'm going to play it on. However, in May 2022, Xbox players will finally be able to purchase the game. A full 1 year wait for Xbox players. Yikes, I'm sorry guys. With Microsoft owning Bethesda now due to their $7.5 billion buyout of Bethesda, I'm surprised they're still honoring this 1 year exclusive deal and not trying to break it and bring the game over to the Xbox. Anyways, getting back on topic, Deathloop is a mix of an online game and a single player story game. Let me explain. You are on the island of Blackreef. You play as Colt, a supernatural assassin trapped in a time loop on the island, and the only way he can break the loop is by killing 7 bosses. Then you have to deal with a rival, another supernatural assassin, Juliana. She doesn't want the time loop broken and she'll do anything to stop Colt from breaking the time loop. So you primarily play as Colt in your game, but you still have the option to invade other games as Juliana and kill that Colt. Or maybe they will kill you. So the focus is still the main story, but there's still unpredictability of someone playing as Juliana, joining your game and murking your ass. All right, so this next game is coming onto this list for a couple reasons. One, being it's a large, well-known franchise. Two, these series of games are actually fun. Even though they do get repetitive over time, I still think there's some value in them. And that game being Far Cry 6. So for the launch date, it's projected to drop anywhere between April 1st to May 25th. So we'll have to wait and actually see what the actual launch date's gonna be. Plus, I'm also curious to see how this next Far Cry game will turn out. I'm very excited for them to make some new innovations in the series. Hopefully they make the world feel more alive, more things to interact with, and just more things to do in general. I feel like Far Cry has always had a decent interactive world, albeit not perfect. This game is coming out on PC and basically every console except the Switch. Also, it'll be out on the Ubisoft Plus subscription, which is Ubisoft's version of the Xbox Game Pass. I think I'll probably just end up buying 1 month of that to try the game out. I wish I had more details to share with you all, but there isn't a whole lot out on this game at the moment. Regardless, I'm betting Far Cry 6 will be a decently fun time. And the last game on this list, Back 4 Blood. Now, if you've been following the channel, you'll already know my thoughts on this game. I got into the alpha and I've been covering this title. I've already made a few videos over it. Bro, June 22nd will be the day we get the full version. I am stoked for this game. It's basically Left 4 Dead 3, but modernized and expanded. You can upgrade your weapons through attachments, you can upgrade your characters through a card system, and you can build different card decks, so there definitely seems like there's a lot of replayability there. The game has difficulty modifiers, and it plays so damn well. Glad to see the team at Turtle Rock Studios back creating a good co-op zombie shooter that we have been needing for years. You can 100% expect more coverage from me over Back 4 Blood in particular. I'm a huge Left 4 Dead fan. I loved the alpha. Hopefully the alpha key I got for Wave 1 will also let me get into the future alpha tests, because I am more than happy to continue to make content over this game and bring you guys the latest news that we have over Back 4 Blood. Well, that's a wrap for part 1, ladies and gentlemen. I am already stoked for gaming in 2021. Based off the games covered in this video, and the best part is there are so many more games we haven't even covered yet that are going to be coming out next year. So let me know down in the comments below what you're most excited for, and if there's any games you want me to cover in particular in part 2 of this video. And also don't forget to subscribe